May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Charlie and Candace Owens destroy race battle with victim complex. So without further ado, let's get started.
Well, I got a question for Candace.
Okay.
You said America wasn't a racist country.
I never said that. You can't find a single...
You said America isn't a racist country, right?
America is not a racist country. Yeah, I did say that. You're right.
All right. So,
Got me.
all right, I look at one example, like inner city gangs, right? If you look at like inner city gangs, they were really like persecuted 100% by police departments and the government. What did America do to end the ideology or the practice of the KKK at all?
So let's dial this back to end the practice of the KKK. I want to start with saying to you what percentage of Black Americans black homicides are committed by white people?
That's just like me saying how much percent of homicides. It's like you guys that for any.
No, I'm just asking a question. I'm not trying to walk you into a trap.
I don't really study statistics because statistics, you could look at any race and look at numbers of killings and murder. So.
Would it be fair if I said that black people are racist towards black people right now?
Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little racist.
Do you think that we're racist towards each other?
No, I wouldn't say racist.
I find it interesting. The hyper focusing on the KKK, which killed thousands of Black Americans.
I would say that America kind of conditioned, like, if you say black people are racist, that came from America's history. That's just what.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I say if you asked me if you think we are racist to each other.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but if we were.
Okay, because we're killing ourselves, just so you know. Like we're at a way faster.
Every race is killing themselves
at a way faster and higher rate than any person in terms of white supremacy could ever do it. And if another organization that's doing it faster, you want to talk about the KKK? They killed thousands of blacks. Planned Parenthood has killed millions, 19 million. Nobody's having a conversation about that. And this is important because the media gets us obsessed with this idea of white supremacy and the history of the KKK. Thousands of blacks were killed by the KKK, and by the way, so were white Republicans, and we were killed by white Democrats, which is why I'm adamantly opposed to Democrats. But nobody wants to have a conversation about what's really killing Black America. Number one. But
black males are probably the most people in prison, so you can't say nothing's being done about it.
Well, first and foremost, what are they locking us up for? Are they locking us up because we're black?
That is it.
No, you just said we commit the most crimes.
No, but I'm asking you a question. Are they locking us up because we're black?
I never said that.
Oh, okay, so I'm just saying to you that the reason why we're locked up the most is because we're committing the most crimes. We have to fix our communities. It's a real conversation that Black Americans need to have, and I try to do that with the Blexit movement when I target our communities to have these conversations. The idea that white supremacy is the thing that's stopping Black America is a complete and utter myth.
Okay,
and until we're willing to have...
I never said that either.
She's not saying you said that.
I'm not saying
you
did. I haven't accused you of saying anything. I'm just saying what I'm actually saying. That's it, okay? The number one issue facing our community is father absence. Father absence, okay?
I disagree, but okay.
Excuse me?
I disagree, but okay.
Okay, well, you said you brought up the prisons, right? If you grow up without a father in the home, you're 20 times more likely to end up behind bars. You want to know who I got that from? President Barack Obama. He talked about the stats of what it does when you destroy the black family. The destruction of the black family, if you want to talk... Wait, I'm not done. The destruction of the black family happened because of Democrats and what they did in the 1960s, LBJ and his Great Society Act and the welfare system. We can talk about all of those things. The very last thing we should be talking about, if I had to make a list of 100 things that's really screwing up the black community, white supremacy wouldn't make the list.
But I wasn't even asking about the black community. I was just saying, you said America wasn't a racist nation.
It's not.
It's not.
All right, so look.
It's not today.
The Black Panthers were all locked up and killed by the government.
Are the Black Panthers here today?
I'm saying the KKK has been around since how long, and what has the government done for anything to persecute?
You think the KKK is alive today?
Yes, of course.
Oh my gosh! Find me one. I want to meet one.
You're saying the KKK doesn't exist?
Now we have a debate.
At all.
Hey, wait! Now we have a debate. So
have you ever met one?
I'm asking you, what are you saying?
You're saying
about?
the KKK doesn't exist at all? What happened?
I'm going to ask you a question.
What did the government do to erase them? What did the government do to erase the KKK? How can you say they don't exist?
You have to slow down. I can't understand what you're saying. What did you say?
That's crazy to me. But how can you say the KKK does not exist today?
Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Where are they?
What do you mean, where are they?
Where do they meet?
They could be judges.
I just thought this is a really big story and CNN should cover it. Where is the KKK?
It's literally an ideology.
No, can you name a leader? Can you name a gathering point? Anything?
Who's the leader? Where are they meeting? In what country? In what city?
Ask me where. I'm not going nowhere near where
because they aren't.
Because they don't. They literally live in media's head. Have you ever seen a KKK member in a hood? I'm asking you a serious question.
So you're saying the KKK does not exist?
All right, come down. No, come down. I'm dying to see this. Because I have asked every journalist that brings this up since Charlottesville to tell me where the KKK meets.
So, in Houston, Texas, there was an event through a predominantly black neighborhood known as Acres Homes that was protected by the police, and they were escorted through a black community. So that's the issue. So they do exist. They are there.
And they're protected by the police. Yes. Protected.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm asking you a serious question. As a black American, you fear the KKK.
I don't fear any.
Okay, so you saw.
That's where I agree with y'all.
Look, I am from one parish.
No, we're not doing 3-on-1. You can have a time. You can have a time when you get to the mic. I'm asking you a serious question. Of all of the things that is going on in the black community, you cannot look me in the face and tell me that you really think that the rise of the KKK is a real thing.
But
I won't believe that.
I'm looking at America, not really the black community.
And I'm shocked to hear. You said you've never seen a KKK member. You said that there was one in Texas. What year was it?
It was around 2008, just before.
2000 and what?
I graduated high school in 2008 in Acres Homes from Carver.
And they were walking down the street in hoods.
Yeah, that was an event there. It was a
Georgia, they
huge.
still have events.
Well, I think we're losing.
Good. Yeah, well, let's not lose the focus. Yeah, that's fine. I will definitely look it up. I will look up the Texas event, the KKK walk. But the point that I was making, maybe they did meet once, however, 10 years ago in your town, and I'll definitely look into it because I always want to educate myself. But the point is that neither of you can look me in the face and tell me that you think that the KKK is a real threat to the black community. It's just not true.
When they could be a judge or a doctor or a, you know
No,
what I'm saying?
but the issue here is no one's denying that there are individual racists
in this
a
country.
country.
I said America is not a racist country.
So
you know it's not.
If they're not a racist country, how have they done nothing to persecute KKK members? Like
What?
David Duke. David Duke is a known KKK.
Yes, David Duke endorsed a Democrat running for president this cycle. I just have to say that.
Why is he not in prison?
What did he say? I can't hear
David
him.
Duke
Can you
is
put
so.
the mic closer to him?
I do have to say though,
can't hear him.
it's so marginalized. It's so minimal. The overemphasis, overconversation,
It's weird that we even talk
overfocus.
about it.
These
I mean,
people
it
are
honestly is
losers.
weird.
These people have no life. These people are not in mainstream society. These people are not what people try to make it seem.
And this is why I say when you heard me say earlier that I hate when we are the most privileged black people in the entire world, right? We are, plain and simple. The most privileged black people in the entire world live in America today. It's insulting to me because when my grandfather used to tell me the stories about the real KKK, the ones that would come on horseback and shoot into his home in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and do you want to know what my grandfather says about them? He says, and when they used to come around, my dad used to shoot back at them boys. Such an empowering thing when he talks about them. He talks about them like they were children. He tells me stories about when the black mothers would come out and take the hoods off and yell at them and say, "Is that you, Peter," or whatever their names were? And then when you come up and you say it like, "What are we going to do about the KKK members?" You're not afraid of them. I know you're not afraid of the KKK members.
I'm not afraid of them.
You're not. You're not. So why are we talking about them? Why are you even giving them the air or the conversation because you once saw them 10 years ago?
All America did was
walking down the
change
street?
laws, and all they did was have to change their methods. They could have just changed
But
their methods.
what did they do? Did they shoot and kill? I genuinely am trying to understand, where are the KKK? Are they killing black people? Because if they are, they definitely should be prosecuted.
Laws against murder.
I think that the issue, the thing he's trying to bring forward is that when you look at the historical treatment of organizations or groups of people of color, whether it's Black Lives Movements or Black Panther and so on, the moment that they were demonized, they were listed as terrorist organizations. Why has it never been that the Ku Klux Klan was demonized or listed as a terrorist organization?
They were never demonized? The Ku Klux Klan?
By the government? Never.
Has the government
Because
ever
they were
listed
the
them?
government. They were Democrats.
Well, yeah, this is not true. The
I
Oklahoma City bombing was categorized as a terrorist act, so you're incorrect there.
So
The Fort Hood massacre was terrorist.
I was a common engineer. I was trained by some of the same people who knew the guy, so I understand.
So let me ask you a question. Was the Waco complex considered a terrorist organization by the FBI, yes or no?
Who?
The Branch Davidians.
It should be.
Oh, but they were white. You said that never happened against white supremacist organizations.
No, I said the Ku Klux Klan.
No,
I'm
but
talking about the Klan in
it is a similar type organization. The Branch Davidians
Klan
were
has existed for almost the entirety of America.
The Branch Davidians were a white
never been
supremacist
seen
organization.
as a terrorist organization.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this up because if I genuinely thought that you thought the KKK was alive and well, we'd have a full, long conversation about this. What we're talking about here is that you want to ignore, and this is what genuinely frustrates me so much about the black community. You want to ignore all the really big issues that we should be talking about, okay? We all know what's going on in our communities. We just had another rapper that was gunned down. We know about black-on-black crime. We know about abortion. We know about the education system. We know about Antifa, which is the closest thing that I've seen to white supremacy since I've been alive, is Antifa, which is the modern-day KKK.
So I agree with you on all of those.
That show up,
I agree.
Okay? And
I
the
agree.
media
Those
that
are the
demonize
biggest
it. But
issues.
instead you want to talk about something that you have to pull your memory from 10 years ago
Can I
when
ask
they
you
were
something?
walking down the street in Texas.
What do you think started black on black crime? It hasn't always been a big problem as what you're talking about. What do you think
I
started?
already told you what I thought.
What do you think started?
Father absence started black on black crime.
And what
I already told you
what
that.
started the biggest father absence in America in the black community?
Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1964.
Was he not
Democrats.
American government? That's what I'm saying.
And let's do a president.
Look,
And
what I'm
let's do a
saying is
president.
I don't
Who
really
do
care.
think
I
is
don't
still
care about
encouraging?
Democrats
Who
and
is still
Republicans.
encouraging father absence?
Democrats and Republicans are the same. It's the same government. That's what y'all don't see. Like
I'm neither. Like,
political parties are literally to divide us because it's.
No.
Democrats and Republicans
no.
are the same.
I
it's
think
the same
you and
government.
I agree on the fact that there are problems. What we disagree with is that I am telling you that the left started it, the Democrats started it, and the Democrats are still perpetuating it. And the way that they're able to perpetuate it is by getting you to sit up here and ask me a ridiculous question about the goddamn KKK when we should be talking about father absence and abortion and black on black crime. Thank you for your question.
So you're saying.
Wow. No. I think Candace is angry. This is one thing I love about her, She wants you guys to dialogue, sensible dialogue, not something that happened back in, let's say, I think now it would be like, let's say, 14 years ago. So it's way past, you see. She made mention of, Democrats, bringing up law that would, separate, black family. And that was back then. And she has always been preaching it, like, racism is dying every day. Racism is dying every day. You don't bring a sin of 50 years or 60 years ago and start comparing. I think it's up to even, 60 years ago, and start comparing it with what is happening now. We're talking about now. You see, what a white man can do, a black man can do. You see, a black man even have more and more privilege because now, if a white man is very careful with what they say around a black man, because whatever you say, or even if it's a slip of the tongue, they can hold it against you and you might lose your job. I think I heard a story of I think a certain lady in her workplace. She had an issue with this white lady, a minor issue, and the black lady reported her to the authorities that she called her names, and that was it. The white lady lost her job, and I felt sorry for the white lady, even if I know what she said is bad. But you see, this is how things have been done now. They're trying to eliminate anything racism. You see, they're making it look like everyone are equal, no matter the color of your skin. So long as you can do the job, you are hired for it. And that is what people are not seeing. They are still holding on to the past, holding on to something that happened 60 years ago. That is no growth. You don't expect yourself to be in one position, or let's just make use of, let's say, electronics or gadgets, because that is what is evolving. You don't expect yourself with iPhone 4 to perform you don't expect your iPhone 4 to perform a task of iPhone 16 or iPhone 15. It won't be able to function that way because it wasn't programmed for it. So the more things are evolving, the more you let go of your past. The more phones they are creating, the more you let go of your old phones, because now they're adding more and more feature that won't work in your previous phone. So that is what is happening in the world. The world is changing, the world is evolving. So let go of the past. It has happened. Yeah, I can't deny it. There was a certain time that there was this racism, there was this white supremacy and all. It has happened, and now they are letting you know that these things are dying. They are fading away. They can't stop every individual from becoming racist. But if you check, majority of people are now letting black do what they want, supporting black, encouraging blacks. I think back then you won't see a white student and a black student in the same class, but now it's a normal thing because those things are dying away. And I get your point, because back then slaves were rampant, you see, and based on their thoughts then, it feels like it's not right for your slave or to be in the same class with you, and that was what was reigning back then. But now things are changing, the world is evolving, everyone is growing, everyone is becoming wiser. Now the people are saying that now we are all human. It's more of being a human than the color of your skin. And I think Candace made mention of this. He said it is the reason why a whole lot of black, if you go to prison, the reason why majority of people in prison are black is because of the high crime rates in black communities. And she made mention of it, that it's because of absence of father. Because no matter how a woman tried to train her children, there is always need for the man to be around, like the father of the children, because there are decisions the father of will take that the woman might not be able to take simply because of her being emotional. Yeah, I've seen that. You know, my both parents are black. There are decisions my dad will take, and my mom will not take it because, you know, she know the process she went through to give birth to me, so she don't want anything to hurt me. But my dad will take that decision because he knows that if he make me get used to not having, you know, not get if he make me get used to not being scolded, I will do things that will end up hurting me in life. And that is one thing that the black folks are missing. Okay, so if you see it, everyone is trying to, as a what's it called, as a black guy, we're all trying to go to school, we're all trying to get a good paying job, so that at least we can take our children out of that community that would, you know, that would endanger their life. That is what we are doing even in Africa. You know, in Africa, we are sending our children outside to learn, and after that we try our best to make sure they get a good job that will pay them something, so that at least they won't be like us. No one wants their children to be below them. We are all seeing our children to be higher than us. That's why we spend almost all our youthful life providing for them. So I don't know what I'm getting here. I'm still getting this hate, this anger, this because of something that happened. I think the KKK or whatever. I just feel it's in the past. Okay, it's in the past. They are no more there. It's just like in Nigeria when Biafra fought, you know, their war. I think that was back then in 1990 what, and they made an amendment, you know, to join the northern part of Nigeria with the southern part of Nigeria, and ever since then they've been peace. Even if, yeah, a whole lot of people want to break out, but still, you know, I still love the full country being together, because, you know, when we are with the north, with the south, we have power. Like I feel we are stronger because the north have things we don't have. They have the numbers, they have the strength. The south have more of the knowledge, the more educated people. So it's come hand in hand. You know, when we need numbers, they are there for us, and they end up producing things that can't even survive in our soil, in the sand, in the southern part of Nigeria. And in the southern part of Nigeria, we have crude oil that we sell to provide money for the country. You see, we are all coexisting. So that is how it should be. You know, what has happened in the past is in the past. The number of people that died simply because they are trying to, you know, understand themselves and trying to end the civil war in Nigeria, it has passed. It is in the past. It has gone. I don't care if my grandfather was part of them. I don't care if my relative was part of them, but it has happened, okay? The thing is, no matter the peaceful world you're seeing today, a whole lot of people died to make that world peaceful. That is the truth. You can check the bomb blast in the 9/11 bomb blast. It took a whole lot of life. People died. But that does not mean we will not move on. That is, a change is constant. No matter how hard you try to hold on to the past, one day you will let it go. Because the more you keep on holding on to the past, the more you deprive yourself from moving forward. And I think that is what I'm seeing right here. These guys are not ready to move forward from what happened in the past. I know the hurt might be there, the pain might be there. Maybe they might have someone in prison that they feel like they don't deserve to be there, but it has happened. Now you have to look beyond that. Anyway, there's a beautiful one coming from Candace and, you know, Charlie. I want to see more videos from them. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. If this is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remain blessed.